And so, the elderly Kong grabbed the leg of the Mudo and ripped it off. And then, just like that, one Godzilla was attacking him and attacking the elderly Kong and his friends. And just like that, bam. The Kong used the Mudo leg against the Godzilla's end. That Godzilla, and it worked. The Godzilla could no longer fire his atomic breath. Just like that, he was killed by the Mudos and by the Kongs. The Kongs then saw that they have also managed to rip off a few dorsal spines with their highly advanced brain and, of course, their numbers. They made an axe. And so they were ready for battle this time. They killed a few of our friends within the process. More than what they used to take down. Of course, Dagon and us, this was when me and Heisei Goji were involved in the war. We made the ultimate sacrifice. We realized that we were evenly matched on land and in the Hollow Earth, but we realized that the Kongs have a weakness of their own. They're not good swimmers. And the water was our domain. So, we had to flood one side of the Hollow Earth by blasting our atomic breaths into the sky, creating a few entrances of the Hollow Earth, allowing the sea to flood the Hollow Earth. And just like that, almost half of the entire Kong species was killed. What survived? How many Kongs survived was, probably around 100, maybe 300 Kongs that survived. Of course, the elderly Kongs left their weapons behind. And they had no choice but to go back to Skull Island. I'm pretty sure the rest you already know what happened after that. Ruby was speechless. She had no idea that the Godzillas were in war with the Kongs. And the scar that you see on my son's leg? Well, he got into a fight with Kong. But after they destroyed one of Apex's weapons, they decided to declare peace between their species. And now, Godzilla's and the Kongs are at peace with each other. And you can probably guess where the scar came from. From the Kong's battle axe. But now, the majority of the Godzilla species have evolved, and the majority of our kind can no longer charge up the battle axe. There's only a few Godzillas that can charge up the battle axe, but we're in peace now. Wow. That sounded more intense than that one time Yang and I found a kid that kind of looked like a hybrid between my dad and Uncle Crow. Wait, seriously? Hmm? Yang and I thought we actually had a baby brother. Slash cousin? Wait, is your dad? No. No. Well, he's not gay. We just discovered that that kid was actually an orphan and belonged to a different family. Oh. But still, the resemblance was kind of terrifying. I can imagine that. So, you and Heisei Goji, were you guys friends at that time? When the war happened, I mean. Yeah, Heisei Goji and I were only friends back then. Just friends. But we never expected to fall in love with each other. About like a couple million years later. And are there a few Kongs left? Besides of, well, Kong. Yeah, there are a few Kongs left. And Kong is doing his best to change their ways. Being less abusive to other kaiju and learning to coexist with each other. No need for violence, no need for anything. And my son and Kong do respect each other as fellow alphas of their own territories, their own land, their own people. And in return, Kong actually bows to Godzilla as his alpha. Wait, seriously? Mm-hmm. As long as my son respects him as the alpha of his own territory, his own land, his own people, as long as my son respects him for that, then in return, Kong actually submits to him as his alpha. When did Junior told you this? Yeah, just about 2 weeks ago, actually. That's actually really interesting. Do you miss Heisei Koji? Yeah, I do. He was the best thing that ever happened in my life. He was not only my husband, and not just my king. He was the love of my life, the father of my son. I never expected to fall in love with him. And what happened to Dagon? Oh, Dagon? He died by the hands of Muda Prime. This is gonna shock you, but Dagon is actually Heisei Goji's dad. Wait, seriously? Mm-hmm. I never knew that. What was... Wait, does Junior know? No, he doesn't know. Not yet, at least. Dagon was a respectful alpha, and Heisei Goji wanted to make his dad proud. So what happened to Prime? Don't worry about Prime. Heisei Goji tracked him down and killed him. But Heisei Goji wanted to make his dad proud. And actually, while me and Heisei Goji were waiting for Junior to hatch out of his egg, he actually told me that he wished that his dad was here to see. He was wanting his dad to see his own son. And I will admit, I'm pretty sure Godzilla Jr. would have loved his grandfather. But I just hope Heisei Goji's having fun up there. In heaven? Yeah. I hope he's just having fun up there. And maybe someday I might see him again. I know this sounds harsh for me to say, but all I ever want was to see my husband again. And I'm pretty sure he wants me to stay on Earth as long as I can, and do what I can to help my son. And to give our future daughter-in-law a lot of advice on becoming the next Queen of Monsters. Ruby, this task is not going to be easy for you. Especially the fact that you're going to become a mom. Yeah, I know. But if you ever need any help, just come find me and I'll give you some help. I'm not going anywhere yet. But when the time comes, you'll have to face all the challenges on your own. I know that. But I still want to stay on this planet. As long as I can. Seeing my son become a good father, a good husband, and a dang good king. I want to see all that before, you know. Yeah. Gorger could help to yawn. I'm getting tired, I'm gonna go. Alright, see you later. When Gorger left, Ruby then finally noticed that Junior was actually standing right behind her. I guess you were hearing the whole thing, huh? Yeah. My mom is something, isn't she? Yeah, you're right, Junior. You're right. So, I guess you now know who your grandfather is. Yep. Dagon, Lord of the Storms. My grandfather. Hey, Ruby. Yeah? You want to do an alien marathon? Yeah, sure.